Good morning.
Morning, Paul. Yes, we do. Oh, good.
I let Shayna know this last one.
Quick legal insight. Anytime a defendant needs an interpreter, the court must provide one, or the entire proceeding could be invalidated. It's not optional, it's a constitutional requirement. Also, shout out to the judge for catching this early before things go sideways.
He's been missing out, so he thought he would come in today. Good morning, everyone. We got Howard Bush here in the village of Constantine. We've got about 15 arraignments. We've got 10 pretrials. And in all of that, Mr. Stickley, I believe we have 11 or 12 no insurance cases. And those sometimes can be remedied and sometimes not. I'm getting there. I think I'm about at the end of this cold. We're just ready to start. And I indicated we're going to be busy. We did have a bench trial set for 10 o'clock, but it looks like it's going to be resolved. So we may be just taking the plea at 10 o'clock. Good morning to our Canadian relatives and people from Central. Oh, and even in Montreal. Well, anyway, today's first line is so easy, even Keith will know it.
We'll try.
We'll try. And we'll get to it. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. So let's go into it with that attitude. I know that song will make you smile if you listen to it. So our little shared jukebox poetry. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. You could use a little of that right now. Yeah, you got it. All right, well, it's time to get to work. For those of you that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, every day when I start my court proceedings, I start with the opening line of a song that's in my head. Just makes me smile. And then everybody gets to figure out which song it is and then maybe listen to it. And then there's a quiz. If you know the answer, you get free. If you don't, you go to jail for like 10 days. Not really. Good morning, everybody. My name is Judge Middleton. This is the courtroom I use. I get to keep my name there. We've got a number of people here on a number of traffic matters. This gentleman over here is Mr. Keith Stickley. He's the Chief Public Defender for St. Joe County. Also present is Mr. Howard Bush. He is the village attorney for Constantine. And Thursday is the day we do the Constantine cases. Also probably will be joining us the members of the prosecuting attorney staff. So we got some people that aren't here that should be, but we'll deal with that in a bit. All right, let's start with Logan Herrick. Would you come up to the podium, please? Now, all my files are electronic, so it'll take me a minute to pull everything up. Yeah. Thank you. Howard, are you here on Ashley Rapp and
Yes.
Juan Martinez?
And Martinez Gomez.
Yes, we're waiting for an interpreter in that case. So we'll get to him in a minute. All right, people are still coming in. Good morning, sir. Are you Logan J. Herrick?
Yes, sir.
No, go just come in and have a seat, sir. He's got his camouflage Ninja Turtles shirt on. All right, Mr. Herrick, you got charged with operating while intoxicated. I think we're having a record year for those kinds of cases this year. We've had dozens. We'll see how many we end up at the end of the year, but we have lots of them, unfortunately. Let's talk about your case. So alleged that on September 30th at about 10 o'clock, and oh wait, that's the wrong case.
And there it is, every courtroom's favorite moment. The judge scrolling through digital files like he's looking for the right Netflix episode. But this actually matters. Misidentifying a case can cause huge legal issues, so catching it now saves everyone from a messy appeal later. Have you ever seen a judge catch an error this quickly? Let me know in the comments.
We get lots of those, as I mentioned. It happened at 12:54 a.m. allegedly on October 10th, Harder Road and Williams Road in Constantine Township. Doesn't have a blood alcohol level on it and doesn't have any facts on it. Also, you're charged with refusing a preliminary breath test, which could affect your license. Because I don't know anything about it, and just because it's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500, carries 6 points, and it requires that your license be suspended. My recommendation here would be that you plead not guilty and I get a lawyer to help you with this. Is that acceptable to you?
Yep.
You can hire a lawyer of your own choosing, but I want to make sure you have one. Mr. Herrick, where are you from originally?
White Pigeon, Michigan.
When I was a kid, I knew a guy named Herbert Herrick, but I don't know what ever happened to him. 11, 13. What do you do, sir? What's your occupation?
I work for R&M Concrete. I'm a concrete finisher.
All right, so you need your driver's license.
Yes.
All right, well, right now you're still valid, I believe. They didn't charge you with driving suspended. I'll show you plead not guilty.
Yes, sir.
Appoint an attorney. I'm gonna cram the day full. We'll set it for December 5th at 8:30. Now, they're gonna take you out. He also needs to get printed.
Yeah.
Why they don't print people that get arrested for drunk driving is still a mystery to me, but they aren't doing it. So we got our own live scan machine here and we're doing prints here at the courthouse. But this is an offense that you need to be fingerprinted on. We have a history of people getting court-appointed attorneys and then they don't call them up. They just show up on the day of the pretrial, and we got 50 people here all trying to talk to their lawyer on the same day. So they're going to give you some paper with your lawyer's name and number on it. I want you to call your lawyer, make an appointment to discuss it with him prior to December 5th. Some of the attorneys are easier to get a hold of than others. There are several that don't have a secretary. So be diligent about it, but you need to talk to them before December 5th. I don't know what your blood alcohol level is. I don't know any of the facts. All I have is the ticket. So they'll get the information, get the police report, see what the deal is, and be in a position to discuss this further with the prosecutor. So you go with a court officer and call your lawyer, and I will see you on the morning of December 5th.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, wait a minute, just let me check. I don't think you owe me any money. There are lots of people today that do, but you're not one of them. You're good to go, sir. Jelaine Hill? Yeah, just the bailiff will take that from you in a minute. Good morning. Is it Jillian or Jelaine?
Jelaine.
Good morning.
Morning.
Miss Hill, you're kind of in the same boat as the last guy. That's why I took these two first. You also got a ticket for operating while intoxicated. Your ticket also doesn't have much information on it. You got a ticket or a citation on October 12th at 9:41 at night in front of Myers, Broadway and 131. We get a lot of tickets and accidents at that intersection. You're charged with the exact same thing he was, operating while intoxicated and refusing a preliminary breath test. I tell everybody, take the test.
Had I known, I would have, because
Well,
I
you
wasn't drunk.
You get your license suspended. I don't know if they had to get a search warrant or what they did, but if you refuse the test, they suspend your license, whether they reduce it to impaired driving or not. So I don't know any of the facts here. Sometimes they have the blood alcohol on the ticket. Let me see if I can see. There's nothing in here.
Yeah, I called several times to get that because they did the blood alcohol one.
All right, so yeah, they must have
I
taken
would have
some.
done the other. I just didn't realize.
All right, well, we'll sort that out. Now, I've never heard of this address, Nottawassippi Island, Sturgis. Is that in Lake Champlain? All right. All right, I'm gonna make the same recommendation that you plead not guilty and I get an attorney to help you with this. Is that acceptable to you?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to be busy again on Friday, December 5th. This last day, I think I took 9 or 10 drunk driving pleas on Friday, November 7th. But all right, same thing. I'm going to send you out with a court officer. I want you to call that attorney and make an appointment to discuss it with him prior to December 5th. Now, what they'll do, they'll get the police report, or they should. If there's body cam video, 911 calls, that sort of thing, it may take a bit to accumulate all that, but they'll get the police report and be in a position to discuss it with you to see whether the case could be resolved with a plea perhaps or set for a trial. So you go to the court officer. Once again, I'll see you on December 5th at 8:30.
Where you at?
All right, Howard's talking with his person. So let's see who's next. Jonathan Heisma. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're looking sharp. Thank you for showing respect for the process.
Of course.
All right, are you Jonathan Heisma?
Yes.
You're from here in Centerville?
Yep.
You got charged with having no insurance. And there's 11 of you today that got charged with that. There's some are pretrials. No insurance is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not less than $200. And a maximum fine of $500. So if we put in the state cost, the minimum fine would be $325. It doesn't carry any points, but it requires that you get fingerprinted. It also kills your insurance rates. It also exposes you to significant lawsuit if you ever do get in an accident. So we have a lot of these. And so what we do with these is generally see whether people have their insurance now. And then Mr. Stickley and the prosecutor may discuss these. Mr. Heisman, you look like the kind of guy that's come in here and you're going to tell me you currently have insurance on your vehicle.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's your current carrier?
I believe it's State Farm.
Do you have it on your phone?
I have it right here on me.
All right, very good, very good. There's a lesser charge known as no proof of insurance. That's not a crime, it's a civil infraction. It's punishable by a fine only. The normal fine is $150. So usually when Mr. Stickley goes down and shows the prosecutor that you have insurance, they're willing to reduce the charge to no proof of insurance. And that will save you a lot of money. So what I'm going to ask you to do is have a seat. Mr. Stickley's going to go discuss several of these cases with the prosecutor. I sent an email to everybody to give a heads up on how many of these we have today. But I appreciate your being here on time, bringing your insurance. So you have a seat and we'll come back to this in a minute.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set that aside. Joey Clipfell. Good morning, sir. Some people come in a suit and tie. Some people come in a work coat that looks like they fell in a mud puddle. So it takes all kinds. Mr. Clipfell, you got charged with no insurance like the last person, operating without a valid operator's license, and having an unregistered vehicle. You still haven't paid your no operator's ticket from 2020 where you owe $225.
I believe that's been paid.
As of when?
I don't know. My little sister came in here and paid it for me. She has a receipt on her phone.
All right, so maybe it got paid recently. That's helpful. And it doesn't look like you drove here today.
I wrote it.
All right, no insurance is the offense I just talked about. No operator's license is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Carries 2 points, and having an unregistered vehicle is a misdemeanor. So do you have insurance and the vehicle registered now?
I don't even have the vehicle. I wasn't, and it was just a vehicle I was driving for a person that was getting rid of it. And I'm working on getting my license. I got to take a driver's training road test before they can give me my license back.
All right, have you got that set up?
Yeah.
All right, has. Jenny, can you tell me whether Mr. Clipfell has paid his fine? All right, so you have a road test set up?
Yep, over in White Pigeon for driver's training. Because I haven't had a license so long, they said.
Yeah, this won't help. If you get convicted of this, it will make it, it'll undo it. You don't get your license.
This is a classic license recovery situation. Judges often give defendants time to fix the issue because once someone gets their license back, the court can significantly reduce the penalties. It's better for the defendant, better for the system, and honestly, safer for the roads. But here's the question. Should courts be this lenient or should consequences be stricter? What do you think?
8:30. Bring proof of license. Pay all outstanding fines. I can make that fine go away with a couple of days of jail. In the old days, when Judge McManus was here, and even in my early career, it was pay or stay. It was $225 or 4 days in jail. And miraculously, people would come up with the money to pay the fine.
Is that case 2635?
Yes.
I'll check with Jen. She's.
Anyway, we don't do that way anymore. But I'd like you to pay it. You shouldn't have been driving. But maybe you can redeem this. If you come in here and show the prosecutor that you have a license, they'll probably give you some consideration. And I want to know about what happened to the vehicle.
It was being sold as I was just delivering it. It's gone.
All right, I don't know who owned it or what. We get so many of these because they can now run your license plate number and it'll show whether the car is insured. Didn't used to work like that. So we get, I don't know, we'll probably have 500 no insurance cases before the year's up. And they're expensive. And then you get no operator's license. And like you said, you haven't had a license for years. You get on the driving suspended merry-go-round and you can't get off of it. So let's take a look and see what your circumstance is. What do you do, sir? Where do you work?
I do tree work.
For who?
Sometimes myself, but mostly Mark Foley.
Boy, Mark Poley's a busy guy. He's been doing this for years and years. It's hard, dangerous work. Chevy Silverado. You're not suspended, you're just not valid.
That's because they want me to go take the test.
Well, I'm all in favor of it. You got a bunch of these in your background, but if they're gonna give you a license, I'm all for it. So let's take another shot at this. In January. A judge on the east side of the state, Judge Middleton, has an elaborate program where he tries to help people get their license. And he works with the prosecutors and they defer cases and do other things, which is kind of what we're doing here. We do it over 100 times a year.
If it was paid, it's not showing up yet.
I don't think it was paid. But you think your sister came in and paid it?
She has a receipt from it on her phone.
All right, before you go, I want you to check out at the counter and we'll find out that it's from 5 years ago and you need to take care of it. You won't be able to get your license back anyway. Thursday, January 8th at 8:30. Courtroom scene 7, pretrial conference, bring proof of license. They at least permit.
I think the one I did had 5 years ago, I think I did jail time on that one.
Well, it looks like $225 is still unpaid. So it is. So I want you to go out to here. You just give them that and then, well, I guess we'll take the whole thing out there. Set pretrial January 8th. I'll still be here. As I keel over. So don't drive anymore. Don't make this worse. So if your boss says, hey, I need you to go over to Borough, do it. You don't do it. don't drive till you get your license. Otherwise, you'll never get off the merry-go-round.